Okay guys, hi, hello, welcome. So yesterday I got contact from Sebastian. He called me, and then immediately following that was my ex that I drove here for. I traveled 2,100 miles to live with him, and yeah, it didn't work out. We were together such a few short magical days, and I got attacked psychically by a whole bunch of people that did not like us together. And my spirit guides were like not having it. They were basically so concerned for me that I had to leave, and I was homeless. I was hospitalized the same night I met his neighbor, his best friend, and she hated my guts, did not want me there, told me that I will never be with him, and she doesn't trust me, she doesn't want me there, and the neighborhood does not want me there. And I was hospitalized just a few hours later. That same night, I was made homeless. And I'd been homeless, living in my car, and also living in Airbnbs when I can get the money. Sometimes it comes in, sometimes it doesn't, but it's okay. I was okay with just kind of getting over him, moving on. And a couple months later, I met Sebastian, and I love him. I absolutely love that guy. And he showed up yesterday because I've been manifesting him and I wanted him in my life. And he showed up yesterday. And then cue World War III. I had him call, and we only talked for like 5 minutes. I wasn't extremely thrilled at the progress that he had made in the 3D. Like, I'm trying not to let it get to me. I'm trying to see it like, whatever, the 3D's redundant. I get what I want all the time. I just haven't decided what I wanted yet, I guess. Anyway, so then my ex, who is the magician, he's the warlock, he's a male witch, and he started energetically approaching me and crying. Like he channeled through me, and I allowed it, and I wanted to hear what he had to say, and he just started crying and bawling and saying like, I love you so much, and basically like, I want to heal you. I'm the one that broke your heart. I need to heal you. And so I allowed him to energetically heal me. And it happened. He's a light worker. He is a healer. He's a shaman. He's very gifted in Reiki. And I got so high vibrational after that in a dream, it was in the astral plane, I gained conscious awareness during a sexual encounter with a third man that I don't know. I don't know who this is. I don't know him from Adam. But I woke up in the dream, which very well could be the astral plane. Like, I'm kind of convinced that the fourth dimension, the astral plane, is also where dreams take place. It's kind of all one and the same, in my opinion. But can it be proven? I don't know. But the point is, there was a man that I was with, and I realized, I gained conscious awareness. I was like, what's happening? And while it was taking place, I could feel my physical body moving along with the rhythmic motion of what was happening in the astral plane. And I was talking to the man after our encounter, and he told me that he is a male sex worker and does this for a living. Like, he actually is, like, in the physical world, like, he is a adult film star. And I was like, wow, okay. But I don't know him, but I do work online, and a lot of men have told me that they pull on my energy. A lot of men have told me that they masturbate to me. And this is not the first instance that has happened. And this guy was telling me, like, I was the first woman that he'd ever been with that was, like, all natural. He'd only ever been with women that need to be staged, and they need to be, you know, like, made ready, like, all the time, you know? And I just was not. I'm just like, oh, I'm just, like, all natural, huh? And he was, I don't know, I think kind of, I don't know, shocked, I think. I'm not sure. All I know is I was shocked, and I was like, why am I dreaming of this guy? Why is this happening? And then so I woke up because all of a sudden I started feeling burning and itching down there. And that was like, whoa, like, what's going on? What's that? What's that? I literally woke up in pain. You know, lady pain. Like, whoa, like burning, like, holy mother of God. And that had never happened before. And it was evident to me that my subconscious mind believed that the story at which the astral plane was telling me. My subconscious mind believed that this man had been with me and had had several hundred partners before me. So because my mind believed that, it started to physically show up in the physical world as some sort of, I don't know, disease of some sort. And I was like, wait, no, what? Oh my God, that's real? I've had many encounters in the astral plane, but this one was so new for me in that I really got to see how powerful my mind is. If I believed that something like that could happen, I could also believe in the power of healing. So I laid there in the middle of the night, and I started doing Reiki healing on myself. I started doing energy clearing, and I started with cord cutting. I cord cut all the attachments between that guy and me, whoever he is. He's been pulling on my energy for a minute, and I wasn't able to see it because I wasn't consciously aware enough to see it until my ex came back and healed me. So I cleared a lot of the negativity. I cleared that guy from my energy. I realized, like, I sent him away with love. I said, I don't know who you are, but I love you and I thank you for the lessons. But that's your thing. You have to work on your mind. Like, you have to work on your body. You have to work on your healing. Like, that's you. This is me, and I'm healed, and I'm love, and I'm perfect, and I'm flawless, and I'm amazing, and my mind is very powerful. And if I can condemn myself to suffering and disease and pain, then I can easily undo it. I am that powerful. And so I did Reiki on myself, and immediately the burning went away, and it was like, wow, this shit is real. This shit is so fucking real. So World War III for me started last night when 2 men from my past showed up, and then a 3rd man showed up unannounced and not welcome at all. But because I do this work online, a lot of people I don't know pull on my energy, and they don't know that it's bad. It's not like that guy was an evil asshole. He's just a man. I mean, that guy's just a dude. Like, he just maybe found me online, pulled on my energy, and that's it. It's like, it's not a big deal. It's not. I've had bigger deals, trust me. I've been violated by an incubus. I had an actual sex demon raping me before. So this was nothing. This was nothing. And so I let that man go, and I don't know who he is. I'll never know him again. And I now know that my ex, not Sebastian, but my other ex is the light bearer. Like, I know who he is. Like, I see what he does. I see what he is. I see it for what it is. And so many people would experience something like this and immediately go to blame that person. In the same way that the light bringer is often blamed for a lot of things. You know, the black sheep of the family. You're often blamed for a whole bunch of shit. And all it is because you're a truth teller. You are the light. You are literally the light. And there's a lot of condemnation that comes with that. You're the one showing the world its flaws. You're not the one giving the world its flaws. You see? And so it was quite a crazy ass night. And I really do firmly believe that all disease starts in the mind. I do. I believe that. It does not start in the body. It starts in the mind. It can be healed in the mind. And everything can be healed in the mind. Your money, finances, your physical body, your relationship, your connection with source, like everything, fucking everything can be healed in the mind. And so last night I have this dilemma that I didn't have before. And as much as I'm absolutely in love with Sebastian, and you guys have watched me all this time be so in love with that guy, the man that I drove here for 2,100 miles, I really do firmly believe that that man's my twin flame. Now, I was hoping that it was Sebastian, because Sebastian is sweet, and he's just, he's so innocent. He's such a beautiful, divine masculine. Like, he's so gifted, and he's a high priest, and he's pure, and he's just so amazing. And I thought up to this point that my ex was exactly the opposite. I thought, oh, he's dark, and he's the shadow, he's the devil, and he brings nothing but pain and chaos. And as much as I believed it to be true for the longest time, I saw last night that that's not the truth. He brings awareness, he brings light, he brings healing to me. And I had it so misconstrued. I misunderstood it for so long, you know? And I really can say that I think the world kind of got it wrong too, you know? When people talk about Lucifer, this is why I love Lucifer. Because the real light bringer, the real truth, you know, was hated for being truth, for bringing a light. People got it twisted, thinking that light is the problem, love is the problem. It's never been the issue, ever. Love and light is not the issue. The fucking issue is darkness and ignorance. And I'm just noticing a huge difference between Sebastian and my ex. And I'm really kind of at a crossroads here. I'm at a little bit of a standstill in my romantic life, which is okay, but it's just that I'm remembering when I was with my ex, like, we healed so much so quickly that's why we were attacked. Well, I say we both were, but I had all my accounts hacked. My car was tampered with. I'm not sure who did that. The whole neighborhood did not like me there. I was not welcome. And my car was tampered with. There were men stalking me. I had to go be homeless because I had to leave. My ex gave me $500, which I think is all he could afford at the time. And he gave me a letter that said, "I'm sorry, we can't be together." And he implied he was trying to keep me safe, and I left. And we're in the wild, wild west, honey. Like, this is not something that you want to fuck around with. There were actual people out to get me. I mean, I was hospitalized. So it was bad. And now that I've met a soulmate, which I believe now is Sebastian, now all of a sudden my ex is noticing a shift in energy, and he's coming towards me, and he's approaching me, and I have to really make a decision. I have to decide. And I'm just reminded of how much more accepting my ex was of who I am, like of really who I am, what I know, what I can do. I mean, when I first met the man that I drove here for, I mean, he's a warlock. Like, I mean, he knows who he is. Like, he was into tarot. He set up an entire studio for me in his house so that when I moved in, I could film my readings and help people spiritually. And he knew I was a spiritual advisor, and he would advise me, and he advises people spiritually. So it's like he really is that powerful. And we were so powerful together that we triggered the shit out of people. And I wasn't safe. He couldn't keep me safe then. Then I'm wondering now if I can keep me safe now, because I've experienced so much psychic warfare, and I've experienced so much poverty and loss and being homeless for months. Like, dude, you really learn who you fucking are when you have nothing but God. Nothing but self. You can't rely on anybody else but yourself. And I'm grateful. I'm so grateful that I got to meet him. And I'm grateful I got to meet Sebastian. But honestly, I am my own twin flame. I am my magician. I am the one I've been trying to manifest. Magician. The magician in tarot is the first card. It's the first major archetype. And it's self-reliance, genius. It's spiritual genius is what it is. It's awareness. The magician is an archetype, and I tried for years to manifest my magician, and I did. The man that I drove here for, was so in love with him. He actually rescued me from a cult. He saved me from a cult. And it was, he literally saved my life, that guy. I would never hate him, ever. And now all of a sudden, I'm torn. I have two men in the same city. It's only a city over from me. And two men that love me unconditionally in the same city that are approaching me. Like, I have manifested such intense divine masculine love that they're in the neighboring city, in the physical 3D world. Like, they are about to materialize into the physical for me, because it's up here in the fourth dimension. They've already been here. Now it's from heaven to earth, from the 4D to 3D. So I am manifesting my true divine counterpart. I'm just wondering which one it is, which one I want. Now, I normally wouldn't say something like this, because people would be able to influence my decision. They'd be like, fuck that guy, not him, Jenna, he was an asshole. So normally I would listen, but I'm tuning everything out, and I'm only listening to my heart. I'm listening to me. I'm listening to my soul. And I think what's so shocking is how much I'm actually willing to entertain the idea of my ex, the guy that I drove here for. I wrote it off. I just said well, that's a wash. I'm gonna have to move on because cut my losses, because there's just too much psychic warfare. You know, we're too powerful. People are not happy with us, and but was I happy with us? That's what I really have to ask myself. Nobody can determine this for you. This is a soul thing. This is like a, you're gonna choose as a soul what you want. And if it's your reality and you're God and you're the creator of your reality, like, you get to pick. And I get to choose anyone I want. And there are two very, very beautiful divine masculines approaching me. Both of them are good in their own way. Both of them high priests, both of them magicians, both of them amazing, and both of them perfect. I get to decide. And right now I decide me. I pick me. And I'm going to be picking me when I choose things like healing. Like I did last night with that guy that was in my dream. I healed me. I'm going to choose me. Until someone in the physical 3D world chooses me like I choose me. And flaws and all. No matter what I have, no matter what I've done, no matter how much I don't have, how limited I am in some instances and how unlimited I am in other instances, there is going to be one that chooses me. Despite everything that says they shouldn't. And that someone is going to be me. I'm going to love me out loud and boldly when everyone in the world says, oh, but see, she's flawed. She's schizophrenic. She's got multiple personalities. She's out here talking about diseases that she got and all this. There's one person that's going to love me more than anyone. And that's me. And I'm going to meet myself at such a level of depth that is intense, and it will scare off other people. It'll scare off people that live in the shallows. Like, if they can't meet themselves at this level of depth, then they can get to fucking stepping, because I'm not here for them. I'm here for me. I'm here to play in this playground. I'm here to have fun, learn what I'm about. I'm here to discover the universe. I want to learn that I am the universe. I want to learn that I'm God, and there will be a man very soon in the physical, in my world, 24/7, who also knows that he is God, and we will be insanely powerful together. Which one? I don't know. I don't have to know, and I don't have to care. I just have to know that what I deserve is true unconditional love. And I deserve a man who knows that he is God. I deserve a man who will protect me, keep me safe, heal me, provide for me, protect me. Honestly, they're two different people. They are so different. They are completely different, but the one thing is true in both, and that they love me unconditionally. But I just remember with Sebastian, like, I felt like I had to teach him and make him remember that he's God, and make him remember that he's a king and he's perfect. And I had to almost remind him that I'm not bad for being strong and powerful and independent and spiritual and gifted and intense. Yeah, I'm intense. I like to call it spiritual genius. I really do think I'm a genius. I really do. I think I may be 20 years ahead of my time, but I really am that self-deluded to believe it. And I just remember that I always felt this need to reassure exes in the past that, like, I'm not a bad person. I'm not bad. I'm not bad. I'm intense. I'm triggering. I'm loud. I'm overwhelming, but I'm not bad. And the one guy I never had to do that with. I never had to convince. I never had to apologize for being too much. It was my ex, the guy that I drove here for. Yeah, he loved me powerful. He used to keep me caged in, like in a past life. I remember in a past life, he did not choose me. He chose other girls. He chose a party lifestyle. He chose addictions. And I remember part of that life that he and I had together, and he was not at all ready. And neither was I. I was weak. I was really, really weak. I was a girl that could be taken advantage of and thrown around like a rag doll. And that is over. That phase of my life is so fucking over. It's insane. And he's got to match me. If he's my twin flame, like I think he is, then he's going to match me. If I think I am this powerful, then by association, he will be equally powerful. I don't have to teach him anything. He already knows. And part of me craves that life so much. I just crave a man that I don't have to remind. Like, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. It was just truth. Like, I don't have to apologize for being a tarot reader. I don't have to apologize for being a mystic. I don't have to apologize for getting male attention that I naturally get. Because the man that I want to be with would be so confident in himself. And he would know that there's nothing going on. He would know that he's that good at love that it makes me shine brighter. And if I shine brighter, I attract a lot of attention. And my aura gets brighter, and I start attracting better things in my orbit. He would never feel threatened by that. In fact, my magician would be insanely hella confident, and he would know that he's the fucking truth. And I know that my ex was as close to that as I've ever been. Let's just say, I don't think me, Jenna, I would have driven 2,100 miles to meet and live with a guy that I did not think was my true twin flame. I might have tried to lie to myself and convince myself that it was Sebastian, because he was just so good to me and so loving and so attentive and so there and so present and beautiful. But I don't think I can lie to myself. Deep down, I know who my twin flame is. And as much as I want to run from that, and as much as I think a lot of us want to, because it's you. How many of you want to run from you? I know I do. Shit. So we lie to ourselves. And we say things like, oh, it's not him, he's an asshole, bye, fuck you. And I went to go lie to myself, I think. Because if your true twin flame is you, and you have an easy time running from you, then you're going to want to run from your counterpart. And so up until now, I was running from him. It was like looking directly into a mirror, and I could not stand that shit. But yeah, he approached me for the last couple nights. He's been approaching me energetically. And he healed me last night. I went through such a healing transition that I became lucid while in the astral plane. Like literally during an astral projection, I became lucid and aware that I was in the astral plane while another man was with me. and not in a good way. Like, I should not have been with that guy, but I needed to see it. And again, that's the beauty of a light bearer. A light bringer would bring the truth. So, am I ready to acknowledge the truth? Uh-oh. So yes, last night it was intense, but it kicked off World War III for me. Don't mind the shaking, guys. I'm sorry, I'm freezing. It's so cold in here, which I like because in the Airbnb I'm staying at, I get really cold air conditioning, which I love. I'm in the desert, so I get to have really cold air conditioning here, which I fucking love. So there's the truth. The truth is that I drove all the way out west to be with a man that I believe is my twin flame. Which one? I don't know. Which one is it? Which one of these guys? I don't know. It doesn't matter. What really matters is that, am I being the girl that is loved unconditionally by a man? Because it's just a body. It's just a physical body. It's just a flesh suit. It's just a man with a peni. That's all it is. Am I being the woman? Am I being the version of me that is knowing her worth and knows that I deserve a king? Like a provider, a protector, a God who can take care of me and knows the laws of the universe like I do, right? So, do I know that that's what I'm worthy of? And am I holding myself to that standard? And am I holding men to that standard? Because I'm not going to settle. Why would I settle? I'm a goddess. Goddesses don't settle. So anyway, I want to be challenged in the mind. And I feel like there's only one that does that for me. And I'm scared. I'm scared to admit it, guys. But I think I already know my twin flame. And I think I drove out here to meet him, to be with him. I think I lied to myself to avoid seeing myself, seeing how powerful I am, seeing that a lot of people might not accept this. A lot of people might not like me, that I'm a witch. They might not like that he's a warlock. They might not like that we're intensely powerful psychics, me and my ex. They might not like that, but I don't care if other people like that. Do I like that? So anyway, that's the update on my life, my crazy fucking hectic spiritual life. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, that's what's going on. If you want to comment down below, I'd love to chat with you if you guys are going through something similar. But anyway, I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.